Yeah, but at the start, hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Arydia, the Paths We Dare Tread. And wow, more like Arydia, the Paths We Dare start the stream on time. Let's just move past that. We are back, and if you missed last episode, and by we I mean Rix and Zertle, tried to find some partners of a merchant who's trying to go north, and the partners were in this snowy land, and we went to the snowy land, and we found people in this house, but the door is closed. They did not want us to come in the house or the cabin or whatever this is, so we went into a cellar where we were almost immediately afflicted by psychedelic mushrooms that made us think that some rats were actually nightmare rats. And then we very quickly learned that they were not nightmare rats, although apparently the mind makes it real in this particular mushroom trip, because yeah, those rats hurt, and then they didn't hurt when we discovered that they were just normal rats. Anyways, then we went upstairs, discovered that the partners were actually one partner with two heads. Although maybe that's part of the mushroom trip. Still, either way, we now are fighting a nightmare boar. You can see him right here. He's got flaming hooves. He does attacks that give flaming hooves. So we're gonna see how this all works out. I haven't actually read this card. Okay. Trounce. Trounce +1. Resolve 0 twice. Ignite Hooves. Place flame traps, wear tokens on the four corners of the 2x1 rectangle this foe occupies. When an exile shows a square with a flame trap, immediately remove it, and that exile loses 2 health. There's a square with a flame trap. Okay. This might be deadly. Yeah, this thing's gonna probably do a lot of damage to us. We definitely want to get him into a choke point so he can't just continuously ignite hooves and kill us that way. I don't know, man. I don't I don't know if we got this. I'll be real. I don't know that we got this. Okay, but I've said that about the last several battles, so who knows? I'm going to move some stuff around so we can. No, hold on. Right about there. How's that? That's pretty good. No, a little bit lower. And then this needs to come a little bit like that. It's a lot of information to try and put on the screen all at once, but that's okay. Um, I also noticed I forgot to heal Rix between combats, and that's probably going to be a problem, but here we are. Enemy turn, Zertle on deck. Okay. What do they do? Hiya. Mob. This enemy is in fact a mob enemy. A lot of the bosses are also mob enemies nowadays. So with 0 threat on the board, they target the healthiest, Zertle. Move 8, trounce, flee 3. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Trounce doesn't actually hit anything. Do you still ignite hooves if you don't attack anyone? I don't know. Hold on, there's probably an FAQ about this. Nope. It doesn't say. Wait, this is probably part of just normal monster activation stuff. If they cannot attack on their turn, what do they do? Alright. Foe turn. It's been a while since I've had to get out the rule book, but I think it's important right now. Okay. You draw the threat card, you increase threat. Activate foes. A foe will only carry out a single behavior per activation. Yes, that makes sense. Identify every exile that could be hit by the attack. If no exiles could be hit, imagine the foe had unlimited move, and there are no other foes on the map, then repeat this step. Yes. Okay. So it does still move, and then it does as much of its action as it can, I assume. Yeah, I think so. I believe I am interpreting that correctly, yes. So, we have this boar who now does flaming hooves. Goes, oh boy. And then does a flee 3. 1, 2, 3. This goes a jerk. Got it. Zertle's turn. Zertly, 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 zertly. Okay. So one thing I did do between combats, have not marked it on the overlay, but spent a mana to refill Zertle's good medkit. I should have then used it to heal, but here we are. So we're going to minor action move to here. I'm not going to go into the flame traps. We are going to gain 1 combo. And then I'm going to, you know what? Is it worth it to Pillar of Dawn yet? No, I want to hurt it with Pillar of Dawn. So I'm just going to use my medkit. 1 charge of medkit to try and heal Rix. That's a 25. Rix heals for 3, going up to 8. I'm going to attempt to heal Rix again. 22, that's another 6 for Rix, going up to 14. Okay, I feel a lot better now. That's a big relief. Okay. It's also Zertle's entire turn, but I think we're okay. Enemy turn, Rix on deck. Activates again. Does the same thing, except this time it can actually get in range of people. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's going to attack Trounce. Wait, Trounce is a what base damage? Zoom this out just a tiny, just a tad. There we go. That's a base 5 gray. Okay. Okay. Let's put Zertle's grid up. He has no body armor anymore, so just takes 5. Going down to 9. Yikes. Nothing I can do about that. And then Ignite Hooves again. Question. Yep, he can in fact put more flame traps down with the flaming hooves. This guy actually sucks. Okay. I feel like the flaming hooves are just gonna kill us, right? When an exile shares a square with a flame trap, immediately remove it and that exile loses 2 health. Yeah, what are we supposed to do? Yikes. Okay. This this particular ability might signal the death of us because we immediately lose both of these. And Zertle just takes 4 damage. Going down to 5. Yeah, what am I supposed to do about that? And then flee 3. 1, 2, 3. Huh. We obviously can't go out to meet it. I feel like I'm missing something. Because that just feels incredibly difficult to survive. Zertle just took 9 in one turn. And like it's gonna come in and do the same thing. Yikes. Okay. Um and the fact that it flees 3 every turn is gonna be a big problem for us. And why is it not really focusing? I don't know. Sorry, camera. I was wondering why the camera was not really focusing. Well, it finished its turn. It is now Rix's turn, and you better believe we're gonna mark the Nightmare Boar. And I'm noticing that even the weak points cause a flee 3 and ignite hooves, which is frankly a tad excessive. I wish there was something like if you get all the weak points, it removed the ignite hooves ability. That would be cool. I would like that a lot. But that is not how this particular battle is going. Okay. So the enemy is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces away, and we have 1 combo? Well, I think that means we staggering shot. Spend our 1 combo, and an action. We make an attack with +1 range, so 5 range. Yeah, yeah. And we can shift the square, or shift the foe up to 2 squares. Well, that's a pretty solid start. Alright, 2 combo for just getting a crit. And obviously with a crit, I do full damage. This guy is just gonna run away so fast. Maybe I want him to. If I cause him to run away, uh, then he has to run back up to do the ignite hooves. It's the flee 3 every single action that's gonna kill me the most. The mostest. Um, yet, you know what? I'm gonna armor pierce this. Oh no, I don't think it's a good idea. I'll do that with the second attack. I'm gonna armor pierce this one and knock hit points all over the table. Yep. Mess up my armor grids. Oh no. And then go into that. That's the wrong place to put that. There we go. And then we are absolutely activating Mark, going down to 8 mana to... I want to say knock off that tough armor. There we go. I think that's the right call. And then we shift 2. We go 1, 2. Okay. Yes, actually, this is perfect. Yeah, get him to run away now. Run away, little piggy. I'm just going to regular attack. And with my regular attack, yes, I'm just going to regular attack. I was like, do I use my quiver? I don't think so yet. That's a 17. Oh, I'm going to RP point to make that a 20. I want all of the hits. We're going to armor pierce this. We're going to take this armor off. We're going to hit this weak point, and also, through the critical point, hit this weak point, and also, through the power of one more mana, I'm going to hit off this armor point. So we go down to 7 mana on Rix. Wonderful. And now we hit 2 weak points. So this guy goes... He does Ignite Hooves, which does nothing. And then it also flees 3 because it's an exile turn. 1, 2, 3. Then it does Ignite Hooves again. And then flees 3 again. Oops. Oh boy. It'd be a whole thing to manage. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then I'm going to minor action give a potion charge to Zertle to heal for 3. 1, 2, 3, going up to 8. I don't actually know if that's going to save Zertle's life, but only one way to find out. Only one way to find out. Okay. Enemy turn, Zertle on deck. All foes activates. Okay, so this is once again move 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was really hoping he wouldn't quite get there, but alas. Maybe I should have only shifted him 1 the first time. Oh well. This is the best I got. So now it's a gray die against Zertle. Zertle's head armor. Is this a melee attack? It is indeed. Zertle gets +1 armor against melee headshots, so that's only 1 damage getting through the hood. That is good. Goes down to 7. Mark the damage on the hood. Wonderful. Then, it, of course, ignites hooves, which will do another 4 to Zertle as he immediately is in the flames. Then he sets fire to the rain. And then it flees 3. 1, 2, 3. Eh. Get on in there. Okay. So I literally cannot chase him, because that would mean the death of me. The flame traps are just insurmountable. Maybe a choke point was a bad idea, now that I'm looking at it. Maybe it was a bad idea to create a choke point. Or maybe I just need to Pillar of Dawn. Which gives +1 armor. I wonder if that works against the flames? Like, I would say it does. Although I guess it's the flames don't say you're taking damage, they say you're losing health, but I don't know. I would say it does. I'm going to spend a minor action to swap out my medkits, because ouch. Do I, like, run behind Rix? Hmm. I think so. I'm going to spend an action to basic move, gain a combo, and go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to spend my last speed to go. Oh, wait, that might actually be a terrible idea. I don't want him to be able to get an AoE on us. But I don't know if there's a way to specifically prevent it. Let me think. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to prevent it. 1 second. Okay. Where were we? Zertle has 2 actions left. Let me undo this combo before I forget. Yeah, the problem is nothing's really good for Zertle to do. Being melee in this fight is pretty sucky. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what the plan is here. This boar is gonna kill us. I don't really feel like there's anything I can do to prevent it. Maybe I just double heal and let him come back in. You know what? Whatever. YOLO? I'm going to double heal myself. 28 means 5 health with this one. 22 also means 5 health. So go up to 13. Which is good. It's the Flea 3. There's nothing I can really do about that. Flea 3 on every action is pretty rough for a melee guy to deal with, especially since each flea is accompanied by flame traps, which um, do way too much damage. TBH. Immediately remove it, and that exile loses 2 health. You know what? Actually, this might be one of those instances where party size is a little more meaningful. Oh well. It doesn't matter now. Enemy turn, Rick's on deck. 1 threat. Okay, so they didn't activate this time, which is kind of annoying. I wish this turn they had activated, and the next turn they had not. So I could pull them in with the staggering shot and then have them stuck there. Oh well. It is not to be. We're just in a DPS race. We are going to, in fact, staggering shot, spending 1 combo, because I don't really have anything better to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I suppose I don't have to staggering shot. There are other things I could do. I just don't think anything else is good. Not nearly as worthwhile. Actually, hold on. Hold the phone. I am not going to staggering shot. Instead, I am going to Iron Tear Swallowtail Arrow, which is this one. Yes, look at that. So it's plus 3 range, which doesn't really matter right now. But more importantly, it's got an amazing attack pattern. So that is a 23. We are going to armor pierce this. And then knock off both of these armors and go through a critical point, which also hits here. And now what? I think I'm going to spend another mana, knock off that hardened armor. Okay. Alright, 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 alright. We're like tearing through our mana supply, but I have it here for mark. It is here to do mark attacks. So now that I've done that, I'm going to use my Iron Tier Broadhead arrows to shoot again. Ooh, Ricks with the 20s this combat. Very nice. I'm going to hit here with armor piercing. It also goes up and knocks off this armor. And you know what? Is there any reason not to... Well, I'm gonna mark. I'm just deciding where I want to activate mark. I think probably take off some more tough armor. I was gonna say I'll just activate a weak point, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. Alright, 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 alright. I'm feeling a little bit better. It's just Zertl's turns are not amazing in this particular fight. Speaking of which, enemy turn, Zertle on deck. Oh wait, Rick's had a minor action. Do I use my healing potion or do I try to get more combo? I kind of want more combos so that I can do a harpoon arrow attack against this thing. So yeah, you know what? Basic move, go up to 5. Boom. Now, enemy turn, Rick's, all right, Zertle on deck. All foes activate. He has 1 threat. Now he wants to hit as many exiles as possible. There's only 1 that he can hit. So he does the same thing he's been doing. Just charges up here. Keep accidentally shoving this a little bit. Does a Great Eye base 5 attack against, oh, sorry, base 6 attack against Zertle. Left arm. Okay, and that is going to be 3 damage after block. Goes down to 10. Puts up 2 flame traps, which immediately ignite, putting Zertle down to 6. And then it flees 3. 1, 2, 3. Boom. And just making sure I did not actually mark the mana spent, but that's okay. Alright. Zertle's turn. Zertly, Zertly, Zertly. What do I do? Oh boy. I could gain 2 combo with Zertle, Harpoon Arrow with Rix, which, oh, wait a minute. Hold on. If I gain 2 combo with Zertle, which I'm going to do, I can then Staggering Shot with Rix and pull the enemy towards us. So that Zertle doesn't just die in the attempt of shooting or of attacking this thing. I do not hate that. Okay. I use Dependable, the Halfling ability. Gain 2 combo. Limit Break. Give Rix a Staggering Shot attack. 29. That was so close to another crit. um, what do I want to hit? I think I want to go here and here. And then use Mark to take off that armor cube. Go down to 4 mana. And then you know what I should do? Hold on. I should probably hide the threat combo overlay. No, it doesn't hide very well. Okay, anyways. That was Arena of Sight, right, and then I pull 2. 1, 2. So now Zertle, with all 3 actions available, is going to basic move to here, gain 1 combo, and also lose 4 health as he activates these or detonates these flame traps. Good. Oh, camera, why you zoom out? What? Why? What makes you think this is the right call to make? Okay. It's just so odd that it does that. You know, there was a time when cameras were supposed to be dumber. Certainly smarter than what's happening here. I'm going to basic attack with Zertle. And hope for the best. 3 Zertle? 3? Actually, that's fine. Because that becomes a 13, which gets me 2 hits. I'm going to armor pierce this. And knock this off. I'm going to spend a mana on Rix to activate Mark and hit this. Okay. And then I'm going to basic staff attack with Zertle 1 more time. That is a 24. I'm going to go here to here. Boom, boom. All right. Rick's super MVP of this fight, but Zertle has finished off the Nightmare Boar. Combat has ended. Roar, roar. Squeak, squeak, roar. 6 experience each. Yeah, you best believe it. All right, we currently have 12. Yeah, 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 yeah. So hold on. If I do, yes, 6 plus 2 threes. Turn the 3s into 1s and get a 10. Okay. And that puts me at 18. Just as I need to be. Hooray. Token math, am I right? Special event 142. Nightmare Begone. With your final attack, the Nightmare Boar collapses, then bursts into flame. You stagger backwards, covering your eyes against the flash of heat, and fall into the soft snow. You wake up and shiver, not sure quite how long you were out. It couldn't have been too long, the sun still is in the sky. You feel like the toxins must have worked their way out of your system. You go back to get the man from under the crushed door. He's alive and well. Startlingly, he still has 2 heads. The scared head blinks awake. We're alive! You saved us! Please, there's a chest inside with our father's old gear. Take it! Gain a Iron Tier Path item. Very good, sir. I would love to loot the body. We're going to start with Rix, because it's the first one I pulled out. There's only 2 things left in this chest. We've done a good job at Iron Tier. Green Cloak is body armor, and it is functionally identical to the plated shirt we have now, except +1 defense against ranged attacks. That is pretty sick. Okay. So I need to update my overlay just to show a plus there. And I'm going to make sure that that all looks good. Nope, that pushes stuff off the side. There we go. Not quite perfect, but pretty close. All right. Zertle Okay, there's two things left. One of them is going to be, I bet you one of them's boots and the other one is the focus. I'm picking this one. White stone, a new focus. Wonderful. I've been waiting for this thing. Okay. So we have our old conch shell, which was pretty good. Is either +3 or +6 to a check with 3 range. This is +4 or +8 with 4 range. Woo! And theoretically, we could keep our old focus if we wanted to like swap back and forth, but I don't want to manage that, so I won't. Alright. The gruff one wakes for a moment and murmurs, "Help us get to Lemon's camp, would you? It's east of here." Both heads then collapse in exhaustion. Banish Kietum 102, this seller, and Kietum 125, which we never actually got. Suppose we can look at what it is now. It's some sort of evidence about the boar. Foreknowledge. Traversing Veldun Tundra, you caught a glimpse of the massive beast as it hurtled by you. Yep. Okay. Gain Kietum 103. Close this location, then banish this card. Okay. Kietum 103 is, in fact, the two-headed man. Okay. That's an interesting one. And we have to close the location, which means I need to clean everything up. That's probably where I'm going to call it for. Well, no, we can get back to the. We can turn this quest in. Why not? We got time. We got time. Gotta say, I did not get a lot of money on this journey. Hopefully, completing the job. Oh, wait, no, I think we just get a squill out of this. Only a squill. Only the thing that will help us get back to society and, you know, erase our exile. Basically nothing. That excursion used a lot of our resources. Okay. Two-headed man. You discovered these slightly crazed men in a cabin deep in the tundra. They keep asking to go to Limon's camp to see someone named Gav. Keep this until you find a card with the exact text, "Live in the Veldun Tundra." Yeah. We know. Hey, it's Rolo! You missed the nightmare boar. It was nightmarish. It nearly killed Zertle twice. Well, nearly killed Zertle every time it activated. Zertle just had to keep healing and healing and healing. It was rough. But we lived. Woo! And now we're back on the world map, and I need to get out my travel cards and my travel tokens. Traveling. Ba-dum, ba-dum. We now have the two-headed man in our inventory. Yeah, you heard me. He's in our inventory. Or they are in our inventory, I should say. So how goes it, Rolo? How are things? As a brief aside, before we continue our gameplay, I did a little bit more progress on painting today, so I have these merfolk are coming along. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see on this. Oh, you know what? Here, move that out of the way so I can actually like show things off. It's coming along. No, this camera's not good enough. This camera's actually probably better, which is hilarious. If it had a proper backdrop, it would be. Anyways, painted merfolk, as one does, because I got a really cool color shifting paint, and I wanted to use it for scales. Right. We need to heal Zertle. So we're going to spend a mana, and by that I mean possibly 2 mana. We're going to put my good medkit back in place, back where it belongs, in Zertle's hands. And then we're going to immediately spend a charge to try and heal, and that's a 24. Zertle heals for 6. I love this medkit. This is so much better than the old medkits. Also, it doesn't hurt that I have plus 10, you know? Turns out plus 10 is a pretty good when you're rolling a d20. Spend another mana, put 2 more cubes on this bad boy, and I'm going to not take one off of there. I'm going to spend another mana to refill my old medkit, and then use a cube from my old medkit to try and heal myself, and I rolled a 15, which is 3 health. That's exactly what I wanted. I didn't need my new medkit for that, though. Zertle's back up at 17 health. Which you say, man, that's a lot of health, and then he just blows through it so fast in an encounter like that. It was good. Well, I'm just going to leave this here, this two-headed man, and we're going to go traveling on this path. Yes. Before I actually commit to the travel, though, and by that I mean before I draw a card, I am going to use 2 knapsack charges to give Zertle 4 speed. Putting them both back up at 5. Because Zertle is very low. Okay. Snowpath. Yeah, that's Snowpath. You're so hungry, you need to take a break and eat some food. As I said, that is Snowpath. We're gonna lose a speed each. I could pathfind my way out of this. I don't want to yet. I want to see if I can exhaust the morale token so that I can refresh all of them at the same time. Snowpath. The journey is difficult and your spirits sag. Nope, I hit the other 2. That's another speed from both of us. You win some, you lose some. See, what's funny, Rolo, is I'm about to go to bed. I'm not going to take too long with this stream, and then I'm off. Big 54. Big 54. Did I put that away yet? Historically, I am bad at putting tiles away. Hey, historically, I'm still bad at it. Is this one? So the two-headed giant, or sorry, the two-headed orc wants us to go to Limon's camp. And in Limon's camp, there's this small tile. And so we're going to go boop, 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 and talk to this person. NPC 147. 147, you say. Gav Punst. Dwarf woman is here, checking supplies, arranging packs on her cart, and muttering to herself. Hey, where are those mud-headed limp fish? They should have been back by... I'm sorry. This isn't some show. I should have been on my way to Clipton by now, but I'm waiting on my partners. What are we looking for? Live in the Veldoon Tundra. Yep, okay. Who are your partners? Well, if you must know, my partners were supposed to meet me here with their shipment of truffles, but they're late. More late than usual, that is. Well, you want to help? Yes, we do. Although we already did this. Fine, if you want to track them down, their names are Sken and Beck. They live in the Veldoon Tundra northwest of here. She said the thing. Event 230. When I am more awake, I can sometimes attempt a Scottish accent, but I am not able to consistently do most accents. I can do a few words and then I just fall apart. The dwarf woman notices the orc man traveling with you. Oh dear, Sken, Beck, what happened to you? They aren't in any condition to reply, they just keep shivering. Great, just great. Well, can't say I'm surprised they're in such bad shape. Typical of them. Yeah, see, I'm going in and out so fast, it's pretty bad. Yeah, this is for your trouble. I'm sure it wasn't easy. She hands you a squill from her pocket. NPC 147 flips to their B states. That's uh, what's her face that we're currently talking to, Gav Punst, whose name I instantly forgot. Apparently, got a mind like an old rusty sieve. Okay, keep this card. It's a squill. If you have key 49 or if it's been banished, add job 44. Oh boy. Okay, well, let's go look. Key 49. Wait a minute. Oh, it's not the Feyberries. Okay. It is not the Feyberries. I was hoping, but it's not. What is key 49, do you think? Some of these are so old. Nope, we've never done anything with key 49. Okay, good to know. So we don't get to do anything there yet, but let's talk to the new and improved Gav Punst. A young dwarf woman is here, tending to a two-headed orc wrapped in blankets and shivering. I'm right thankful to you for bringing Skin and Beck to me, but seeing their condition, I have to ask you another favor. Though I'm afraid I don't have anything left to offer you as a reward. Okay, what's the favor? Skin's condition is worsening. He's got ice blight, and the only cure I know to make requires I know to make requires fayberries. If you could bring me some, a handful even, I could brew a cure for old Skin here. I'm afraid I don't have any reward for you though. That was better. I was stringing some words together in a vaguely Scottish accent, I think. I mean, I don't live in the UK, so I guess I'm not the best judge. Hmm. Okay. You need fayberries, you say? Yes, I just need fayberries. They're pink. There's a trapper in Rivertown North named Hannah. She sells them. Ask her for some fayberries and bring them back, please. Well, thank you. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Again, I fully recognize I slip in and out a lot. I'm trying to go fast rather than focusing. I think if I worked at it, that's true. I am better at Irish. Um, and it doesn't help that I'm reading the X-Men comics, the original X-Men comics to my daughter right now. And turns out Banshee is Irish in the 60s. I don't know if he keeps that state, but in the 60s, Banshee's Irish. Okay. So we get an RP point for Rix, and we get to activate our Fayberries thing because we already went and got the Fayberries. Draw event 231. Very cool. Gav carefully crushes the berries and pours the pulp into a pot boiling merrily on the fire. The liquid bubbles and thickens, slowly turning a bright shade of green. Every few minutes, Gav dips a wooden spoon in and takes a taste. Once she's satisfied, she dishes up a tin bowl. Interesting that the pink berries make a green concoction. Oh, really? I did not know that. That part has not been revealed yet. We're still very early on. She alternates feeding the gelatinous broth to Sken and Beck. The mere smell of the berries seems to have revived them, and wolfing down the thick food brings a light back to their eyes. Thank you, Exile. You're truly a hero. I'm sorry we have nothing to give but our thanks. They share a meal with you around the campfire and shake your hand. With that, they load up the cart and rumble away. All exiles replenish health, speed, and mana. Okay. You know, I'm happy with that outcome. It means I don't have to go take a long rest. And we all know I hate taking long rests in this game. I have an unnatural hatred of it. I think it's like, I don't know, a Majora's Mask effect or something where I'm paranoid that if you give me a day timer, there must be something waiting at the other end of it, so I need to hurry. And in reality, I don't know if there's actually a downside to progressing through the days in this game. Okay. Small 49 goes to its B state. B state. Small 49, come on, you. I'll get there eventually. Oh, right. It's this one right here. I'm smart. Do they leave? Is that the thing? Yeah, they load up the cart and rumble away. That's what I thought. Okay. Apologies for nothing happening on screen right now. Okay. All right. Yeah. I knew Laird was Lord, although I didn't know precisely what the definition of Lord was in this case. He owns Cassidy Castle. Good for him. So far, um, true to I think the general consensus of Marvel readers, her favorites, Spider-Man and X-Men. I feel like those are two of the most popular just in general, overall. Pawnside Camp. As you approach the campsite, you notice it's much quieter than usual. It appears that there aren't any travelers at this time, leaving a noticeable absence of noise. You hear only the gurgle of the creek nearby and the soft clink of armor from the elven guard patrolling to the north. She also likes Miss Marvel, which I am happy about. Clearly, there's a big time jump there, but banish this card. But I'm happy she likes that. Okay, and then banish the Feyberries, and then Gav Punce can go back in, but I doubt we'll ever see her ever again. And I don't think we're going to see the two-headed men, or man. Okay. I I wasn't a comic reader growing up, so this is actually my first read through of any comics as well. It's actually been pretty great reading with her. Good bonding, you know. If you ever have a child, like reading comics once they're at the right age. I do have to be a little careful. Uh, with the '60s comics, there are some lines that I I jump over or oh good. Do you read comics with them yet? Actually, wait, you mentioned this before. This is clicking memory. You mentioned that oh well, such is life. Uh they're all past the young child stage. I don't remember if you said that they'd already moved out or not, but that's that's personal. You don't need to You don't need to answer that. Uh, but yes, I am remembering now. You mentioned you had 4 kids. Very cool. We'll see if she continues liking them. Anyways, as I was saying, I have to be careful with her because she's very young, and 60s comics are pretty sexist a lot of the time. So that's one of the reasons I got Miss Marvel, was so we could have a female influence who is not there to prop up the men, the men folk. Okay. Yeah. First stream that you were there. Yeah. It's coming back to me. Again, brain like a rusty old colander. It does not keep information as well as I would like. Eventually gets there, though. It gets the job done. I think it's going to do it for tonight's stream because I am tired. I'm getting a little loopy. And that seems like a good stopping point. I just shuffled the travel deck because we will be traveling again next session, but this was a good stream. And oh, hi. Hi. That's true. You were a rando who got raided here. But now you've been here pretty consistently, and it's fantastic to have you here, Rollo. I always appreciate repeat audience members for a couple of reasons. One, it means we have more 5 stream streak. Nice. Which means we have more to talk about, more to interact about. Um, but also it means that, oh, I love number go up. Number go up is such a good feeling. I could go on about that all day. Man. Okay, I need to. I need to be done. Otherwise, I'm going to go insane. It's happened before. I've had streams where I've gone very loopy. It's a lot of fun, but also it's pretty insane. Everybody, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you did, feel free to tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the following US and Canada Pacific times. Mondays at 1 p.m., modded Skyrim. Ooh, I just thought about that. Both kids will be home on Monday. Alright, it's probably going to be a short stream on Monday. Fair warning. Mondays at... Oh, wait, no, that's not this Monday. That's the following Monday. We're good. Everything's fine. See? Loopy. Mondays at 10 p.m., Final Fantasy VII, the original PC ports. Mondays at 1 p.m., Wednesdays at 1 p.m., more modded Skyrim. Ay, ay, ay. Fridays at both 1 p.m. and 10 p.m., Arydia the Paths We Dare Tread, which is what you just saw. It's like a TTRPG in a box style board game. It's super good. Highly recommend it. Not sponsored. Open to it. I'm pointing at the camera that is not at all pointed at me, so I don't know why I'm pointing at it. Wait, I can do this. I can do this. Hold on. Not sponsored. Open to it. Perfect. No flaws. No notes. Everything I do here on Twitch is recorded as a video on demand and exported to my YouTube channel. There's a link in the Twitch channel description somewhere down below. Everything is going into a new YouTube channel for streams specifically. So, if you're wondering where all the stream VODs are going, new YouTube channel. I need to do more to link them up, I believe. I think there's like a network thing you can do on YouTube to show that they're all connected, but the point is, they're still on YouTube, just a different channel because I want the main channel to be for shorts and edited content. Stuff that's a little more curated. Yeah. I'm going to sign off now. So, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting and chatting. Rollo, it was great to have you here again, buddy. Thanks for liking, following, subscribing, rating, bits, all the other good stuff you can do both here on Twitch and over on YouTube. And I will see you all next time. That's the plan. Bye bye.